the third, no score in the game. As Juliet makes his phase. The Ahmed Rosario, Ben Wartbed, and Jose Siri to face the 22-year-old right-hander. First pitch to Rosario. Foul, right side. Out of play. 0-1 on Ahmed Rosario. Rosario, right-handed swinger, came up through the Mets system. The 0-1 pitch. That's hit foul, right side of the play. 0-2.
I was surprised he wasn't used as a pinch hitter last night by Kevin Cash when McFarland came into the game for the A's. Richie Palacios, the left-hand batter, was up. They had a whole bunch of right-handers available.
You know, I was surprised he wasn't held on to by the Guardians. It's a decent year. The right-hander's 0-2 pitch. That's foul. That kind of shows you the talent. It's the Guardians taking their club right now. They're the hottest team going.
What's up, Randy?
To the count of Rosario. His dad handled his first contract. His dad is an attorney in the Dominican Republic. Right-hander looks in to get a sign out of the plate. The 0-2 pitch. That popped up, foul out of play. I will try it again.
Please tap the like button if you're coming in.
For the bottom half of inning number 3. A later crowd than we saw last night. Center fielder location a little bit towards right center.
Sammy, how you doing, babe?
Taken outside.
Nice to see you, beautiful.
1 ball and 2 strikes.
Give me a piece of Sammy, baby.
Walked 3 times and struck out 27. That was a pretty good take.
It was indeed. There's a 1-2 slider, so a little pop up and the shell up, going out. Is Schumann calling for it all the way and makes the catch about 40 feet from the infield. On the move, there is one away. That's 7 in a row retired by Estes to start the game.
Think about how important the communication is on a play like that, because you can't take his eye off the ball. The guy's going to likely lose it, especially his first couple of games inside this building. So be aggressive, be communicative, be loud, and make sure that Miguel hears him, and that's what worked out.
Yeah, exactly. You think about, of course, with Miguel Andujar, too, you just...
Hey, Naomi, what's going on, babe?
Swings and misses at a first pitch fastball of 0-1. Orfed 0 for 3 last night, 7:45 in the month of May.
Nice to see you, Sammy.
Struggling. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That was high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Texas had a really tough start. We allowed the 8 earned runs at Houston May the 16th. Had a chance to visit with him in Kansas City about that start. As the 1-1 pitch is taken for a strike. On a fastball, it's 1-2. You know, and he said in business, you know, and it's for 22 years old to have the understand. You have to have a short memory. And his
Sandy, what's up?
1-2 pitch. That's hit down the left field line, slicing foul out of play.
Oh, man.
We have young lovers in the car. All right. What's going on, everybody? Definitely warmed up a bit here. What a nice day, but the allergies have just whacked me again today. All right.
Right, Don Palacios.
Yeah, the series before that is Julio Rodriguez.
That's right.
He has gotten hot.
Yes, he has. Yeah.
Sammy, thank you, honey.
1-1 to count. Yes, just check second. And the 1-1
Piece
pitch.
of you a day. There we go,
And the
Sammy.
changeup. 2 balls and 1 strike. No score in the game. We're in the bottom half of the third. Thanks for being with us on this Wednesday. Tomorrow, the final game of the 3-game set. Some day baseball.
Day baseball, baby. Let's roast in the Coliseum. All right. Let's get out of here, man. This place is much smaller situation here, but it's difficult to get out of here. You better be able to speak Spanish here. Mi español es muy mal. Pero no es difícil. Alright. We're going to cover some ground today. I got a ton of questions came in overnight. We had a little bit of a discussion yesterday in the first hour or so, and there seemed to be some confusion out there. I hope your throat gets better, honey. So I need to be crystal clear about some things. So what I need you guys to do, we have 42 people. If you could please take a second to tap the like button. We don't have any channel memberships. We don't have Patreons. We don't have GoFundMes. The only channel membership we have is you and your thumbs up, nothing else. All content for all people all the time. As it always has been, so it always will be. Somebody called it old school YouTubing. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And then whatever you choose to bestow on the channel. Thank you, Sammy, you doll, for that $3 Australian. Thank you, sweetie. One of my beautiful. You've been out all day, huh? Noreen, what's going on? We have to go up through the S curve of doom up here. Yes, we do have hot times in the city coming. I'm glad to have you here, Noreen. You add a certain amount of nice spice to the chats here. And you can tell I'm in a good mood today. I stayed inside most of the day because my allergies were, I got up this morning and they were really bad this morning. I'm trying to stay off the prednisone. I used it for 3 days. I haven't been on it. This will be the 3rd day I've been off of it. So I really try to not take that very, not to really take that. That's not really a good thing to be on. Yeah, Spice, there you go. Another one of my fine ladies in here. Of which I have a gallery. Thank you again, Sammy Prepper. And I never seen anything like today. Years ago, my Sammy Prepper dressed up. She looked like Madonna. She had all the makeup and everything on, and I was like, doggone, man. She looks like Madonna. It's like Naomi looks a little like Cindy, Jennifer Lopez. Same kind of face. If I had more personal time, I'd book a flight there and come visit. Yeah, I thought you were going to stay here. Hey, Mitchell. I need somebody to stay here for a year. Tony, how you doing? Tony, my friend Tony's blind, but he sees it all. He knows what it's all about. Tony knows a good-looking gal when he sees one. You don't even have to see it. Yeah, I got to go down to Vegas for a year. I mean, I got too much shit to do. So the temperature is up. I'm kind of monitoring the feel of the phone. You know, these Samsungs are very temperamental. I think I'll take the winter coat off of it. Shimei, I found that thing. Gordon Ramsay, it's your night tonight, brother. Shrimp. I found that cooling fan. So I got that. Man, what happened here? I probably have to use that thing in Vegas. There's going to be some wicked hot streams down there. It's going to be 109 this week. I know Cindy Talks is going to be dealing with 105, 106 in Phoenix, some of y'all down there. There's that beautiful Lance camper. Let's just take a minute to appreciate that. Man, that's the only way to go. You can drop that camper and take off with the truck. It's kind of a pain in the ass to put it together again, but, you know, it ain't bad. It ain't bad. Let's see if we can get snuck into here without smashing the pole. All right. It is nice, isn't it? That's the way to have a camper. That's the way to do it. Joni Portwood, she knows truck campers. She knows Lance is top of the line. What are these guys spreading on the street? What the hell is that? Oh, he's street sweeping. I don't know what's going on. Granddaughter house sitting in Henderson. Are you in Henderson today, Catherine? Oh no, your granddaughter's house sitting. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, I deal with the heat, but it's going to be tough in those Vegas streams when we head out into the dire heat at 2 p.m., 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and then go till 10 p.m. It's going to be tough. Yes, I love RCA build stuff, right? They pioneered radio. It's so hot my beer's exploded. I would really... Thank you, Sammy. It's good to see you, honey. I can't believe Sammy's in here. She's digging my my Hawaiian look here. Oh, yeah. It's a hot tamale today, but not bad. 91 degrees here, but I think the real deal will be when we're down in Vegas, and I'm going to get a drinking cold Coca-Cola. Feels good on my throat. Yeah, why don't you take a Tylenol or something, honey? A couple Panadol. And treat yourself a little bit. So how's everybody doing tonight? Number one, I'm always flirting, man. I'm always flirting. Can I help it if I love the ladies? I mean, so sue me, you know. All right. All right. Hyattsville, Maryland. There you go, man. There you go. I thought you were going to be down in Waldorf, Maryland today. House sitting, other granddaughter's place while family in Hawaii. Oh, okay. Yeah, good job on the timer. Hey, Kelly, how you doing? Thank you, Alan. Look, that's not the kind of video that's going to get a lot of people watching in the short term, but anytime, here's a tip for you people that are growing your YouTube channels and stuff. Anytime you can do a video where you do a how-to video, I guarantee you those are the things over time. You check back on that type of video a year from now and you'll see tens of thousands of people check that out, because you know, a well pump is an expensive thing, and you need to protect it. How you do an escaping point? You need to have some protection so that that does not go into a runaway mode. Now we have that. Last night it worked flawlessly. We can now put the watering system behind us. I have a few minor quirks and things I'm gonna do. Oh, Sammy, you're the perfect one, honey. But that is all. That's all good to go. So that makes me very, very happy that I got all that done. I don't know what they're doing here. I'd like to watch you work. Yeah, thank you, Al. The next video will be staking up. No, we didn't flood out, Bert. The next video will be staking up the tomatoes. I'm still waiting for the hog wire to come in so that I can get that all set up. That'll be something else I don't have to worry about. As the tomato plants grow, we've had this tendency to just let them go on the ground and over the wall, and branches break off, and we lose quite a bit of production. In order for me to say hi when referring to Rosie. Oh, Naomi, it's okay. Either way is fine, honey. I've been on here a long, long time, so it doesn't matter to me, honey. I got you know, it's not relevant at all. Whatever makes you happy and whatever you want to do. I'm not the kind of person that gets all, you know, all gidgety about stuff, so that's fine by me. So that video is up. I think a lot of times, hey Joni, I was just shouting you out a minute ago with the truck campers. That beautiful Lance truck camper. Yes, that's me. So jealous of all the fruit trees. I got a man, is that GW's? How you doing? I got a blank slate and can't grow a thing. Have you ever had the Twin Rex? What is that? What's it for? There we go, Naomi. How to install out there where you need a spud wrench. That's it. That's it. I don't know. They keep running this. They must have dumped gravel accidentally on the street or something. They have these street sweepers running through. Anyway, they're good videos to have. If you're going to build a YouTube channel, show somebody how to do something, or do something that could save somebody some money or something like that. And like I said, the well pump video is not going to be everybody's cup of tea on there. Oh, Hep A and Hep B, no. I've only ever had, hell, I don't even know. I don't think I've never had Hep A and B because my Hep B, my risk factors is 0 for Hep B. I was told to get it because I'm low immunity to Hep B. Well, I can't, you know, I would listen to your doctor, Kelly. I need a Tdap. The tetanus, diphtheria, and pertussis. I believe mine is, I don't think I've had one in a long time. So I think I'm going to need that. Well, if you work at a hospital, yeah, I was front line, not back line. Yeah, thank you, Lee. Thank you. They're coming along. I might put some more vegetables down. I'm not sure. We're going to see. I don't know what these guys were doing today. Hear all that? Yeah, you had to have a 3 series Hep B for school here. And they wanted you to get Hep A was a 2-shot series. Hep B was 3 shots. And then the herpes, whatever the hell it was, there was one of them. It's a 2-shot that cervical cancer, whatever the hell that is. So we used to get kids shot up in there, right, screaming and hollering all the time. So it's one of the few joys of my day to hear kids screaming. I thought if I have to be here and be miserable, well, so do you. Shingles, yeah, I got the Shingrix. I got 2 doses of that, so I feel very protected. Hey, Lurker. There is a new variant of COVID that's running around this. Oh, give me a break, man. What do we have, like a major spill here or something? Dehydrated worker had a heat stroke. Oh, well. Yeah, I don't know. My favorite is 100 grand. 100 grand bar. I don't know. I don't know if it is. You know, every time I think I want something sweet to eat, then I look around and, I'm all out of the wild cherries. I don't really want any more. You know, I just think, I'm just going to pass on it. Right. Is Sammy leaving? Is Sammy leaving? Oh my. All right, Sammy. Thanks for coming in, honey. Really good to see you. What an honor to see you in the chat tonight, babes. What a total honor. Thank you, sweetie. So good to see you. There's a real old school right there. She's not old, but she's old school in terms of social media and stuff from Australia. Very entertaining, very, very entertaining person. So anyway, like I was saying, that video, a lot of people will enjoy. That'll have a lot of use for people to, because I can't be the only one that's ever experienced a lot of line breaks. Yeah, that's it. Who needs candy? That's right. Who else needs anything else, right? So I can't be the only one that's ever had line breaks. I used to do a garden with Mom, good times and yield of fresh vegetables. It's a commitment, Lee. You know? I mean, that's the thing. What happens is, you know, we tend to go charging in spring. We're full of good intentions and we overplant the garden. Right, and then by midsummer we're like saturated, right? We don't even want to think about the garden anymore, and that's the time that the most productivity is coming in. And you go, oh, well, who can I give this to? Or holy crap, I gotta lay some more squash on Grandma. She's gonna lock the door and turn the lights out if I knock out on the. Yeah, thank you, Gordon. Always nice. They'd lock the door and pretend they're not home. Oh my God, it's your brother. He's got more zucchini. Lock the door. Lock the door. I thought potatoes grow themselves. You dig up a patch and you get some potato eyes and you stick them in the ground and they pretty much grow themselves, don't they? I mean, we're not talking about rocket science, are we? Right, I think soil preparation, and then you cover them with straw and things like that, and then the green leaves come up through the topsoil. But anyway, that's what happens to a lot of gardens. It's like by August, people don't even want to think about the garden, and then in September they just let it go. They don't give you a real good round here. Yeah, I think you need a special variety of potato to do well around here. Can you imagine this guy's running, this goat's running this thing around at rush hour? I don't know what's going on here. They must have had some emergency road work or something down here. So do check out the video if you haven't seen it. Like I said, that'll be the kind of thing that gets a lot of traction over time, as people that have wells and have experienced that type of thing will check that out, and that's a good thing. And don't ever be dissuaded by, you put something up and you don't get a lot of views on it. Don't let that control you over the long term, because it takes time to get into the algorithm and people outside of your channel to see that and stuff like that. And that's what really helps to grow and bring people to, if you're looking to aggressively grow a channel. I would love the winter crops, kale, collards, etc. Yeah, don't get electrocuted. Well, I'm pretty good with electricity. I try to turn the breaker off and then check it, because if I ask Bird to turn off the breaker, my confidence level is not 100%. You know what I mean? So I like to just kind of, as they say when they're talking about checking nuclear inspectors, test and verify. I love to have stir-fried red onion, bell peppers, and mushrooms. That's nice. That's really nice. So we are finally, it feels like summer finally really officially kicked off. We're at 91 degrees right now, but there's not a lot of humidity. It feels pretty good. Don't let Bird mess with the electrics. No, you don't. I just have to be sure. No, they're not dirty, Lurker. This is unusual. Something was done around here. They're running these street sweepers like crazy to pick up rocks or something. I don't know if a truck turned over or what's going on. I have no idea. Nor do I much care, to be honest with you. I'm just sitting here enjoying the afternoon breeze. Okay, that's part one. Let's get into part two. Yeah, we had a little bit of a discussion yesterday about the state of the world and stuff like that. And I had a lot of stuff come into the inbox today. And I want to go over a few things just to clarify things with people. Most importantly, the stuff that I talk about here is the stuff that most everybody talks about, is opinions, okay? And one thing we know on YouTube is people have no reticence to, you know, to expressing opinions on here, and I feel the same way. You know, I'm not being paid to be here, right? And, you know, I'm reasonably well read. I keep up on things, I keep an eye on things, and I notice things when they happen, okay? And I start to put two and two together, and and I don't like the picture that I see that's emerging. And I talked about that yesterday. So that's number one. Understand that I'm just expressing opinions in the things that I say here. I'll often have my moderators, or they'll just take it upon themselves to post. The opinions are those of the content creator, you know, Rosie or whatever. Just like what I do when I'm doing my vertical streams. If I'm going into a rough area, I'll just have my moderators say, don't do this yourself, okay? I mean, I don't want to get the letters in of angry mothers that their kids get cold cocked out there because they're walking around shoving a camera in people's faces in live stream. Yeah, these are just opinions, so I want to make that perfectly clear, okay? I'm not paid to give advice. I watch things, I have opinions. The things that I talked about a couple of years ago, I expected to happen in 2023. They did not. We had a sudden surge of AI, which was unexpected to me, the whole thing with the AI. We still don't know how that's really going to shake out in terms of what it's going to mean for our futures. We just don't know. McDonald's said immediately that they're canning hundreds of middle managers at McDonald's now because they're not needed anymore. Okay, they got AI taking over the accounting functions, and all. They're not going to need them anymore. Okay, so that's the thing. But it doesn't change the fact, yeah, not a lot of, you know, and also be honest with stuff, okay? Things were much more in the future than I expected them to be, okay? But that's just the thing is those of us who tend to be what I call forward thinking in terms of trying to be future oriented, we're always liable to make a lot of mistakes, and our biggest mistakes always have to do with the timing of when things are going to happen. But it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when they're going to happen. And that's really the great unknown, because there's always a lot of moving parts on the board, and you can't possibly keep your eye on every shell that's moving around the board there, okay? I said yesterday, somebody wrote me into, you know, I saw that you talked about rates, and if you're going to buy something, the time to buy it is now. And I still hold to that, okay? Suddenly, over the last couple of weeks or so, the auctions of United States Treasury notes and stuff have not been going well. All right. For some reason or another, demand is lagging. It could be A, because people perceive better opportunities elsewhere. B, they're saturated. Okay, they have as much. They're stuffed to the gills with paper. Right? They're bloated. They can't take another government bond or note. That's B. And C is that they believe that if they do buy something, that the value is going to go down if interest rates go up. It's the inverse relationship of bonds. As interest rates go up, the value of bonds goes down. Okay, and from 1982 till 2022, interest rates came down for 40 years. Well, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to understand that trend can't continue forever. And in riding that trend down, a lot of people do a lot of stupid stuff when they borrow money. They borrow big amounts of money, and they tend to do stupid shit with it, especially at the end of the decline. Okay, when money's cheap, anybody can get it. You can get a 4% car loan, a 3% mortgage, blah, blah, blah. People tend to overborrow, and they tend to do stupid shit with it. Okay, now we reach a point where the amount of money that the federal government wants to raise, plus the diminishing amounts of money that people have now, is causing interest rates to rise here. And with rising interest rates, a couple things happen. Number one, housing affordability starts to decline. All right. Hey, how you doing, Pendar? Number one, housing affordability starts to decline. There's a big difference between a 4% mortgage and a 7.5% mortgage. Look at the monthly payments between them. Okay? We'll get to silver and gold in a bit here, but look at the difference in payments there. It's astronomical. Okay? Now, what else happens is car loans start to get up to the 8. Well, if you have good credit, there's 8%. And if you have lousy credit, they're up to 14-15% for car loans. Okay. Now, should that have an impact? Yeah, it should, because look at the value. Look at what they're asking for cars and trucks these days: $80,000, $90,000, $100,000. Just simple sedans and stuff, $50,000 a month. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, and they're writing 7-year. Right, you're getting what, 7 years, so 84-month loans. Well, shit, I don't even know if I'm going to be around in talking about moving. We can't afford, even if we do. Yeah, well, that's smart, Pendar. We'll talk about that for a couple of reasons too. So I want to just be crystal clear about some things today. Another thing that happens when you have a very long sustained decline in interest rates over a period of 40 years is, because money gets progressively cheaper, and all the money that the government borrowed over the prior 80 years, 50 years or whatever, they're now rolling that over into lower and lower payments. The debt service is lower and lower. As interest rates go down, they have to pay less on the money they borrow. So it's a good thing for them. So there's this natural tendency to want to expand government spending, because we're enjoying this windfall of cheaper money now. So let's go out there and let's start all these different programs. Let's give money, let's rebuild Iraq, let's rebuild Afghanistan, right? Let's give to Ukraine, our 51st state, and let's give to Israel now, our 52nd state out there, right? I mean, there's a lot of things that we're spending money, right? We're going to get into silver. Is that Carlos? Oh my God. What's up, Carlos? All right, so I'm trying to be as crystal clear as I can in my opinions here. My opinions. Okay. Now, what happens over time is that people's free cash gets put into other things like housing. Noreen will tell you that the price that they're charging to have an apartment now, like a 2-bedroom apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So people feel like their free money is just sort of their cash cushion, their safety cushion is declining here. Well, I'm with you, Carlos, but what do they care? What does your opinion and mine count against the stupidity of the government, right? We have high needs here. Veterans should be at the top priority, and when every veteran signs off that I'm good, yeah, okay, then we'll go ahead and talk about other stuff like that. Yeah, rents are off the chart everywhere. That's a very abnormal situation, Noreen. Things are not, in the course of life, things are not meant to be that stressed in terms of housing and all that. It's a very unusual and very aberrant situation. Hey, Cindy, keep cool, honey. You know, it's unprecedented that housing takes so much of, how you doing, Brad? Yeah, so I just want to be clear. Thank you, Brad. I'm just trying to be clear. I'm trying to periodically say these are just my opinions. But these are the way I've seen things. I've been around for a long time. I've followed things very closely for a lot of years. I remember the day this bull market kicked off on August 8th of 1982, at Dow 777. It seems like 1,000 years ago to you guys, but I remember it like it was yesterday. Okay, I remember that like it was yesterday. So housing is very unusual right now, and that's putting great stress on our economy. Great stress on our economy right now. Okay, and we really do have a society. Hey, Amanda, we really do have a society where 10% of the people are enjoying all the fruits and benefits, and 90% of the people are pretty much struggling with that. In other words, our middle class is rapidly disappearing here. Okay. Now, here's the deal with rates though. The amount of money that the government needs to borrow goes up astronomically every year. We used to talk about budget deficits of $50 billion a year. Then we had $200 billion a year budget deficits. Then 500, 100 billion, 200. Now we're talking about budget deficits in trillions of dollars here. How can that be sustained? Hey, Nino. Yeah, always take care of our veterans first. Absolutely. Top priority, top line item right there. So how can we, how can we expect that they're going to need less money in the future? Think. That's right, think. Right. And now we have this situation because our U.S. dollar is very strong, that people are now fearful to buy our government debt from overseas because they're anticipating a turn in the dollar. All right, the dollar can't go up forever. And if the dollar turns and starts to go down, anybody that bought our bonds and stuff like that is going to start to suffer a loss in exchange value. The dollar will be worth less, okay? You're riding your banana seat bike, okay? Here's the deal, and here's the thing to keep an eye on. Today we're at 4.64% on the 10-year note. All right. We had a high, like in October of 2023 or so, I don't know what it was. We had a high of 5%. Okay. We're getting very close to that level. Very close to that level where we were before. If we take that out, that 5% level, and close above 5% on a trading day, that's going to signal much higher interest rates ahead. This is why I've kind of told people, if you absolutely have to buy something, right, and you still have reasonable credit, now may be the time if you're looking to buy a car or get a car, because you can always refinance lower. But you might not ever be able to get your hands on that for the future unless you make a move to get that. That was number one. So I wanted to clarify because I had a lot of people asking me a question about that. So that's very important that I just be clear about that. You can always refinance lower, but nobody in his right mind ever refinances higher unless you have a desperate need for money and all that. So on the other side of the coin is 6% interest rates are a very, very magic number. Okay, if you go back and look in history and look at interest rates, whenever the United States Federal Reserve or Treasury has put up a 6% interest rate, it's always been catastrophic for equities and stuff like that. The reason being, it becomes like a magnet that draws people's money away. They think, oh, 6% secured is a pretty good thing. So I'm not making any prediction. I'm just saying keep that 6% level on that 10-year bond in your fix that in your head. Okay. All right. That's the real danger zone there. And we've seen over the last couple months that things are starting to get a little shaky here, and you know, there's weird shit going on. It's 6% is a fine rate. It's not good in the equity markets. Okay. Hey, Callie Mo, 6% has always been a very dangerous trigger point, particularly when you're coming off a level of 0.3%, 0.3%. So many people have built their lives around cheap money that when that finally reverses, it's disastrous. Okay, it's disastrous. They can't get car loans anymore. You know, their mortgage rates are adjustable or whatever. People that are new in the housing market can't buy new houses and all that. So a lot of stuff happens at 6%. All right, 6% seems to always be always seems to be some type of a magic number. I guess I have to pull the trigger on buying a new car. Well, it depends. I'm sure you have great credit. Thank you, Zombie. And if you're thinking about a new car, well, if you're not, for me, I wouldn't pay the dealer markup. Yeah, steal the car. Well, Lee, that's why I'm not in Baltimore anymore, right? I wasn't kidding when I told you I would be dead, right, if I was still in Baltimore. All right, as deep as I'm in the rackets and all that crap going on there. Listen, I'm not there. I don't have to worry about it, all right? But I'm saying Amanda Hug and Kiss, I know Amanda Hug and Kiss has good credit. But if Amanda Hug and Kiss had to be faced with paying a premium, like a dealer markup of $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in a car, I would say no. As interest rates go up, the asking price of the cars is going to go down. And I'll tell you what a good ratio is? If they can put a $3,000 markup on a car on good times, guess what you can take off that manufacturer suggested retail price in bad times? Yeah. Take that $3,000. Yeah, you can't find anything deep. That's right. I'd take that $3,000 off and I'd say, remember when you stuck it to us? Right, that's what I say. Right, hey, yeah, Brad, that's it. So that's my theory is, if I'm Amanda, I'm waiting until they choke on that car. All right, because I can already tell stuff's getting a little bit iffy out there. You know, when American Airlines comes out and says we're lowering our forecast and we're not seeing the demand that we did, and looks like a lot of layoffs are in their wind. I don't know. These are just my opinions. Okay, and interest rates are rising. Now, part two of it is we have the overlay of gold and silver. What's really unusual about that, and it's unprecedented really in the history of the United States, is that we have almost the strongest dollar that we've ever had in our history. Okay. Yeah, that's where my grandfather lived, in Tuscany Court over there. Have surprised doesn't. Yeah, that's good. If you don't have a markup, and if you like it, Amanda, I would just secure the vehicle. It's nice, you know. We have a super strong U.S. dollar right now. The Japanese yen went from 106 to like 160, something crazy or something like that. The U.S. dollar is just swamping all these currencies. Now, why would that be? Because the interest rate has been so high that we're paying on borrowing. That if you're in Japan and you're only earning 1/2 of 1% on a government bond, of course you change your money to U.S. dollars, and you buy U.S. 5% treasuries, right? Because the currency's going up, right? You feel like you got a good deal, right? I've never seen that before in my lifetime. I've never seen gold and silver be strong when the dollar is strong. It's usually when the dollar is very weak, then we have threats of inflation, and people tend to buy precious metals and all of that kind of stuff. So my thought is there's something very unusual going on here. There's something unprecedented that I've not seen in my life, and I remember the 79, 80 gold and silver run up like it was yesterday. I remember standing outside of a coin shop where 50, 60 people were in line with candlesticks and spoons and grandma's silver and grandpa's gold bedpan. Yeah, strange times indeed. I've seen it before. Okay, I've seen what people do, and that on those days, yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Now, the other thing that people didn't understand was I talked about preserving the purchasing power of your money and why precious metals are so good at doing that. And this person couldn't understand what I said is you keep talking about everything else is moving, but gold and silver aren't moving, right? And he said, I can't wrap my head around that relationship. Well, imagine if you took the price of gold and silver, and you nailed it to the wall. It's actually everything else that's moving in relation to that. In other words, the purchasing power of gold and silver is going up because the value of other stuff is going down. Okay? That's why people that have gold and silver, they want more dinero, they want more mazuma, they want more money for what they have. Okay? Because what are you doing? You're giving them paper money, right? And they look to themselves and they think, shit, this government's this government's close to the point where they're going to start printing this shit like it's toilet paper, right? And it's going to be $10,000 gold or silver or something like that, right? No, I don't have Bitcoin. It's going to be insane, right? Because there's just too many dollars around right now. Okay, so what's happening is everything else is losing value relative to gold and silver. Commercial real estate. Sternwood, Barry Sternlick and the Sternlick Group or Starwood, they've had to limit withdrawals from their real estate. There's a lot of commercial real estate that's in serious financial straits. Why? Because, well, number one, a lot of people work at home now, right? A lot of people work at home now. Less need for office space. The amount of retailing is declining over time. Okay. The amount of people that are opening stores and shops, especially in California, due to the cost of labor and all that. So there's a lot of vacancy here. It's a lot harder to make a go of a business when you got to hire people for $20 an hour, and you might not sell one tchotchke in your shop all day, but you still have to pay them. So a lot of those loans of malls, we walk over to Montgomery Mall, we see a lot of those stores are vacant, and that's less cash flow for those companies at Simon Properties and all these that own those kind of things. The other thing is when money was cheap, let's say Amanda Hug and Kiss founded a bank, the Bank of Hug and Kiss there in Atlanta, Georgia, and she can go to the Federal Reserve window and borrow at 0.5%. All she wants. Right? I can take all that and I can turn around and lend that to people on mortgages at 4%. I can lend that on people car loans at 6%. I can lend that on personal signature loans for 8%, 9%. Guess what happens, man? It's money's just flowing in. All right? The Bank of Hug and Kiss is declaring an extra bonus dividend for the year because there's so much money to be made on that spread. Now, what happens if the cost of money suddenly, if you have to pay 5% from the Fed window and you can only lend, your margin suddenly goes down to maybe 2%, 3%, something like that, and demand goes down, well, you're really difficult. It's really hard for the Bank of Hug and Kiss to make money when interest rates are rising. So bear that in mind. So a lot of banks are teetering right now. You're not going to hear about that because the FDIC quietly goes in on a Friday and just shuts the doors, and just you have a small announcement in Barron's or on Bloomberg, and that's it. It's like, oh, big deal. FDIC insured everybody, blah, blah, blah. Okay? Well, there's only so much money in that pool, right? So I'm just saying, you're going to start to hear about bank failures coming up. Then you have that other overlay of China and all the crap that's going on on China and all the slow. So it's not a good brew right now. It's not a good brew. So that's what I'm going to say on that. But gold and silver are perfect for purchasing power. I talked about when gasoline was 19 cents a gallon in 1920. You could go to a gas station and put 2 silver mercury dimes in their hand and get yourself a gallon of gas. Well, you could take those 2 silver dimes today. You could take it to a coin dealer, and I can't do the calculation off the top of my head, but in a dollar's worth of face value of silver is about $21. Okay, so if you take 20% of that, that's $4, right? Those 2 silver dimes can be sold for $4, and you can go buy that same gallon of gas. That's proof of how silver perfectly maintains your purchasing power, silver and gold. So it's wonderful. It's not that they're going up in value, it's that the US dollar is cheapening over time because of inflation and all that stuff. So that's the relationship that people are having a difficult time getting into their heads and stuff. Okay. Yeah, I have all the work that I could do, Lee. People call me. I can't do all the hand. I don't got time for it. So I hope that makes things perfectly clear. I'm clicking on a Bloomberg today, and I see that something in New York City, like, what is it, 900,000 fare hoppers a month or something, aren't paying to ride the New York City subway. So they're losing a lot of money. So I put in my community post, they want to hire a behavioral specialist to come in and deal with the problem of why people are hopping the turnstiles and not paying their fare. And I thought to myself, isn't that funny? You're going to bring in a behavioral specialist to try to teach people, as if that's going to do anything to change these people's minds as to why they should pay a fare. I said the time to teach that was in schools 20, 30 years ago, right? When we used to have civics and ethics and things like that. It's like I just felt like saying, dude, you're closing the barn doors after the horses are already running. You can't get that genie back in the bottle again. There ain't no way you're gonna get that genie back in the bottle again. All right? I thought that was kind of funny. I'm not joking, Gordon. You can look at it. I posted it on my community post. All right, right there. This is how this is how stupid stuff is right now. Right? Is Amanda engaged? I just announced. Yeah, congratulations to you. That's great. That's great. That's some good news today. Congratulations to you, Amanda. So I'm just trying to be aware. There's a lot of stuff going on in society now that when I tell you I don't really see any force that's capable of turning that around. Well, that's true. Maybe you guys know. Hey, let your light shine. How you doing, honey? Poor Juan. Juan's going to be heartbroken. He doesn't have Alicia and he doesn't have Amanda hugging kids, right? It's a depleted summer. So we covered a lot of ground today. A lot of ground on that. Or at least they stopped the street sweeping. What's up, Basic Bob? So if anybody has any question or anything, or where do I expect silver and gold to go? You know, pick a number. Right, pick a number. We already broke through gold's all-time high, which means there's no resistance. There's nobody in the world that owns gold that has lost money on it right now. Think about what I just said. Whenever you reach an all-time high, there's nobody that's ever lost any money on that investment. Everybody's made money on it. So there's really no resistance. There's nobody to sell into it, really. Okay, and that's a good thing. That's a good trend thing. I would expect that silver will take out its $50 high, and then it'll be, pick a number. Okay, not that they're going up, but the perception of everything else is going down. Or you have to get it. You have to imagine they're fixed, and everything else is moving in relation to them. All right, they're like the thermometer that just tells the truth, and everything else lies. All right. So if I really wanted a car and I had to finance, yeah, I would be down there beating them to death, and I would give I might even buy down the loan a point or two, right? Because I don't think the cost of money is going to get cheap, because there's going to be so many companies and so many governments that need to borrow money that it's going to keep pressing. I just seen where Burger King announced they're closing now. Well, McDonald's is actually out in Illinois. They're actually thinking about pulling out of California now. And they're not only because Rosie, yeah. Because McDonald's does not see a viable way for their franchisees to be profitable given the situation where you just can't. And then California has a law that's coming in July 1st. All those ridiculous little extra charges that restaurants put on now, like 3% back of house charge for health funding and blah blah blah. Or 5% is going to be added to bills because of tip sharing, or we're putting an automatic 20% gratuity on top of bills. July 1st, that's illegal now in California. You can't do that. And this guy is in the paper today saying, how can I? Basically, he's saying, I'm going to have a hard time fooling people now. Yeah. Right. I shouldn't have to pay your bullshit 3% whatever fee. That's your problem, dude. So now the state of California says you have to pay for the food and the tax. Anything else you're not allowed to put on the bill. To which I say bravo, because these greedy companies have just gotten out of control out here. So the guy's like, how are these people going to do this or that? Not my problem. Not my problem. I'm not making restaurants rich anyway. When's the last time you saw me eat at do a restaurant review? During the pandemic, it was nice. We didn't have the big inflation ripping up yet, so I could afford to go out and get sushi and do all this stuff. Now I just have to save my money to go to Vegas and then just give myself a little splurge when I'm down there. Even then, what the hell, a $10 meatball sandwich? Come on. A couple $4.50 Busch Light beers. All right, there's a new Dutch Brothers opening up here. Our Dutch Brothers seems like it's kind of faded off here. People, it's got to be really good for people to line up for it. I just wonder. So let's see. I still listen to KFI. Then I'm doing. You get all I heard about your talk. Yeah. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Let your light shine. So, these legislatures just got tired of, all these hidden shit being put onto the menus now. That means you can't add automatic gratuities or anything. Yeah, things are ridiculously high. You can see what it did to me. Look at what the hell I'm eating. All right, we used to be out and trying this restaurant, get this carry out, get that, Mary's Pizza Shack, get something to take home. We'd have sushi, we'd have the ramen. Hey, Jamie. Well, I always found it was very offensive. Don't put your problem on me, Gordon Ramsay. All right? I'm just saying there's a big difference between that. So finally, California's taking the lead. Yeah, let your light shine. Some Vegas restaurants have started to add, like even downtown, they're adding these weirdo little fees on them. Okay? And, when one does it, it all does it. Just like the resort fees and all that kind of crap. And once one does it, all does it. But that will all be undone one day. One will take off the resort fees and the other one will have to follow it. And they'll never get those things back on again. Yeah, I'm not doing business in California after July. Well, McDonald's is thinking about, basically saying franchisees, if you still insist on being in business, you're on your own. Which means you have to have your own suppliers, and we're not going to let you just use the McDonald's name and the marketing and all that kind of shit. I don't know how it is. Let your light shine. I mean, I know where I used to do a lot more reviews in Las Vegas, but then I've just gotten down to just like Jerry's Nugget and the Magnolia. Do I want to do more? Yeah, the free parking too. Do I want to do more? Yeah, I want to do more, but I'm sensible. I can't piss my money away when I don't have it. Yeah, but the Dutch Brothers I don't know, there's always the next coffee company around. There's always that next coffee. I get 3 hours. Yeah. Yeah, I would always stick, to Durango, Let Your Light Shine. I love the locals casinos. I love the Gold Coast. I love the Orleans. I don't really get over Boulder Highway or anything, but and I have parking downtown, and I told you when you come down you can just park in the church lot, no problem. In Mexico you have to go to pay to go do, well, you have to do that in China too, in Hong Kong. Somebody's going to be outside to collect your 50 pesos or whatever. Same thing in China. They're going to collect your 25 cents, which is the equivalent of like 4 US cents. Well, I consider that a good deal to take a dump if I need to. The only problem in China, there's no toilets. You just have to squat and drop. That's it. Boston Street. Yeah, good old Boston Street there. The old home of American Can. It's down on 9th Street, between 9th and 8th Street and Ogden there. New casino in Jamestown up the road. That's cool. Yeah, I mean, if you're coming down, I'd make sure to get that all cleared for you. It'd be all good to go. I have an inside line on it. Free points ought to be done, but it's very minimal. If you get lucky. Yeah, it'd be good. Let your light shine. We'd be all set, honey. We'd be no problem. Yeah, congratulations, Amanda Huggins, just doing it up. Thus proving the triumph of hope over experience. I'm willing to park. I never pay to park. That's why Mr. Z 2 years ago, he about crapped himself when I told him, go park at the MGM and I'll pay for it. He's like, what? What? You're paying to park? You're the kind of person to walk 5 miles to avoid parking fee. That's right. That's right. You don't get to be a schlep by paying for parking, right? You ever seen me put a thin diamond over here? You'll be carrying your pepper. Oh, I'll have my pepper spray, honey. Oh, absolutely, honey. What's going to be really wicked this time, Cindy, it's going to be out there in the dire heat of the afternoon, and I'm going to have to just, people are going to really be in a, I'm going to have to really watch my ass. Right. Right. Everybody's going to be like a hornet's nest. They're going to be pissed off and, sweaty. It makes fun of me about it. That free parking. You and that. Yeah. Let your light shine. If you take care of the dollars, everything else takes care of itself. Just imagine if I started treating myself to the Bellagio or something and charging up my credit card. I wouldn't do it, Rosa. We got to do it, Gordon. We got to do it, brother. Right? It's okay. We only do it every other night, so it's all right. I think I enjoy them very much. They're very stimulating. Yes, they're dangerous, but they're stimulating. Walking at night, well, it turns into night. All right. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. Do you know where? I have no idea. You'd have to ask Cindy Talks knows Phoenix down there. I've never been to Phoenix. I've only been to Tucson. And I can't remember what's over the border from Los Algodones. Hey, Daniel, it's 89 degrees right now. Not bad. I like it. It's just the allergies here. I'm just at the tail end, I hope, of allergies.
You're right. That's going north.
Yuma. Thank you, Cobra John, which is a cool city. I love Yuma. Good, and then they started paying. Yeah, just so Dutch Brothers kind of, I could tell, right? I could tell it had kind of worn out of its welcome in Santa Rosa. Yeah, Prescott. So I don't really know about Phoenix. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Phoenix is a big. I'm just having noodles and shrimp tonight, Brad. I did a big chicken soup last night, so we might knock out a pie. I don't know. Walk Phoenix. I don't know enough about Phoenix. I don't know what there is to see in Phoenix. It doesn't seem to me like it's replete with tourist attractions. I don't know. There might be some cool markets there. I don't know, but it's just, it's going to be hot. Central Avenue is pretty sweet. Yeah, I mean, Ding Dongs is down in that area. I don't know if there's a lot of history there, or I don't know. You know, a lot of the West has tremendous Western history, and, you know, shootouts and slow ringing bells, ding, 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 warning everybody, you know, we're going to be under attack, right? I mean, it's a rocking and rolling place out here. My grandparents lived there. Yeah, I think it's just it's like another city. It's like saying Houston, right? Right? I mean, what are you going to do in Houston? Well, what I do is explore the food scene. I'd say, what is this city known for? And what are the places to go get authentic Houstonian food? I would do the same thing about Phoenix. What's the really authentic Phoenix dish? Yeah, chicken soup is delicious, and I can have it for breakfast. It's good. So I think Cindy Talk would be, well, look up tourist spot, you know, been everywhere. Your Flagstaff, Prescott, Scottsdale, Tampa. Yeah, she's everywhere. But as far as what to see in Phoenix, I'm at a loss. I'm sure I think there's probably some tremendous museums there, not only Native American, but also Phoenix history. I mean, Phoenix does have a history. But would Phoenix exist? It would be like Las Vegas. If you didn't have air conditioning, would it still be there, right? Yeah, it would be there, but it wouldn't be what it is today. Yeah, people talk about Prescott is nice at 6,000 feet or something up there. I liked Yuma. I thought was very interesting. Yuma is where Mexico, California, and Arizona all come together there. Tomorrow's brats. I would like to, I'd like to go down there, pop down and see Cindy, but it would probably be in the fall. I have 2 cabins in Prescott. There you go. Right. See how cool you are, Relentless? And if you're just joining us, make sure to hit the thumbs up button. I have a feeling the balance of the year is going to be very interesting here. Lots of homeless everywhere. In Phoenix, it would seem to me that it would be unmanageable with the heat in Phoenix to be. Well, I guess I've said that about Vegas, and there I am in 105 degrees setting up tables. Thank you, Relentless. And please subscribe so you don't miss anything. We're all over the map on this channel. You know, if I was going down to visit Cindy, I would just say, hey, let's just do the food scene, and she can say, well, you know, I want to show you what vegetarian food is like in Phoenix. And I would tell her, well, how about some meat vapors, right? It's like, I'm gonna knock your ass out in this. Are you shitting me? Yeah, Adam is homeless. Yeah, but he's been on the res. I don't know what he's doing. He's just very infrequent. I don't know. He lived in Bowie, Maryland, where Bowie Racetrack was. That was one of Maryland's great tracks. Bowie, Laurel, Pimlico. I eat at home. Well, we get you outside there. We get you outside for a drink or two. Little outdoor dining, Phoenix style. Scottsdale's nice. I always have to have hot coffee. Bowie, Arizona. Well, what fun is that? It doesn't have the Bowie racetrack. All right. I got the program from the very last day Bowie was open. Yeah, Cindy doesn't piss money away. That's one of there's a couple things I really admire about Cindy. Number one, she's beautiful. Number two, she's very feminine and demure in some way, you know, in a good way. Number three, she's got it. She's probably one of the smartest women I've ever met on YouTube. And number four, she never complains about anything. And number five, she works her fanny off. Have you lived on the East Coast? I was born and raised in Baltimore, Brad. Does that qualify? You can tell from my Baltimore accent, people laugh at it at church. I won't be gone to you many times. Last Border Patrol was asking. Well, I didn't mind that. I mean, when I'm along I-8, I get stopped by border all the time. I just deal with it. Because I like Yuma in the wintertime. It's beautiful. Yuma is just fantastic in wintertime. It's got a beautiful main street. It's got some really good restaurants. Yeah, all your cousins live in Maryland. Yuma's wonderful. You can go over to Los Algodones, just walk over. You got some of the greatest fish tacos. You know, $2 Tecate light beers. I'm from Rehoboth Beach. All right. I used to go up to Fenwick Island and get all my grain alcohol up there. I only know because of that movie, but I was born and raised in Maryland too. That's cool. See, that's why I like you. Let your light shine. I see that. Heritage of that Maryland goodness in you. Maybe because of your physics. I don't know. I didn't find any problem going. And Los Algodones is a lot of fun to go over there. And if you need to get your teeth cleaned or good dental, it's a great place to get it done. They have one fish taco place there is to die for. Been doing analytics in horizontal versus vertical, and what did you decide, James? If I go horizontal, I'll have 1,000 to 1,500 views in a period. If I go vertical, I'll have 25 to 90,000 views. And I bring in hundreds of new people. Not that that's always my goal. I'm just saying, or I would be doing it every night. I can't do it every night. I'd love the smell of the basement. What are you? You should have worked at a funeral parlor. Delanoche Funeral Home. They straightened a few guys out down there. Down on South Exeter next to Nancy Pelosi's tribal home down there. In Little Italy and Baltimore. How you doing, hon? Yes, Noreen, 90,000 views. Anywhere from 55,000 to 90,000. In Maryland. I go to Pirates of the Caribbean. I go in It's a Small World. It's a world of laughter, a world of fun. It's a small world after all. Oh, I love that. I was there in 1964 when they introduced that at the World's Fair. Pirates Ride made me think of that basement smell in Maryland. I always went through a small world. I always wanted to be one of those Dutch boys. I always liked the outfit with the shoes and the little suspenders and overalls. I thought that was cool. I thought, how could you be any cooler than that? That girl had like pigtails like Wendy's. Yeah, Maryland's a great state, American miniature. Just if you're going to go to Baltimore, try to be out by about 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you can. You sure as hell don't want to be live streaming downtown. They sell Mexican beer at the liquor stores here in Phoenix. No need to waste gasoline. Really? Yeah, but is it going to be as cheap as it is in Los Algodones? Yes, I was at the 1964 World's Fair, honey, when I promptly ditched my family and ran off, causing all kinds of commotion. And my father grabbed me and said, "You see all those little kids in that Disney ride?" "What ride?" "The small, whatever the hell it is." "Yeah." "You know how they get those kids in there?" "No." "That's all those kids that walked off and left their parents when they were visiting Disneyland. They were visiting World's Fair. Now they have to work for their room and board." I was like, whoa. Right? Really? These kids are held hostage now. Right? Good times, man. Good times. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, it was introduced at the World's Fair. Yeah, I went off to the Bohemian German Pavilion or whatever and just picked up somebody's mug of beer and just started drinking it. That's when I got reported in. They dropped a dime on me and held me at the lost child place. Yeah, my dad was pretty smart. It was like Homer Simpson. "Oh, you little bastard!" "We ought to just leave you up here." That's an idea. I'm sure there's a family that would appreciate me more. "Oh, you little bastard!" I was definitely the troublemaker in the family. It's like we went on a trip to Gettysburg in the 6th grade on a bus. And my friend and I, we just took off. We did our own tour, right? We did all over the battlefields, you know, we're digging for bullets and shit. And here comes my mother running over the hill. "Oh, you little bastard. We've been waiting an hour on this bus for you, and you you caused everybody to be late." And yeah, well, it depends how entertaining it was. I don't know, but I always like to run my own program. Even then, I was always pretty fearless about just taking off and seeing stuff on my own. I didn't like guided tours. Good night, Zombie. You take care too, my friend. Good seeing you. That was a great time. I look up there now at what's left of the World's Fair. It's only the New York Pavilion. They still have the Unisphere there. I had a good time. I remember I was bad, Cindy, really bad. School, I was smoking on the rooftops of churches at age 13, 14. Minister coming up the ladder. "Oh, you little bastards!" I said, "Preacher, are you allowed to say that?" "You heard it, you little..." "You better mind your tongue and know who you're talking to." It was a church that was featured in the movie Diner with Kevin Bacon laying in a little manger of the nativity set. Crazy times, man. How many people have a minister that wants to kill them? I don't know, let your lights... That was growing up in a big city, you know. It was all urban and chain link fences and shit, and just crappy schools, and you know, you had to get your fun. Yeah, in New York City, should tourists take the Brooklyn subway into Brooklyn and Bronx? I would definitely go over to Brooklyn. I don't feel like in the Bronx. I mean, if you want to go see a Yankees game or something, I think it's a lot cooler to do Queens and Brooklyn. And if you want a real change of pace, hop on the Staten Island ferry and go over to Staten Island. It's pretty cool. Or you can spend some time in Hoboken on the Jersey side. It's really cool now. I've been to Manhattan. There's just not much for me in Manhattan. I would take the subway during the daytime, no problem at all, to Brooklyn. Going uptown, upper 120s, 140s, 160s in New York, in Manhattan, you know, I'd have a real problem with that, but not over to Brooklyn. Just don't make eye contact with anybody. You know, they'll think you're eyeballing them. You were a big time rebel when you... I was always a rebel. Always in trouble in school. My parents used to dread those parent-teacher conferences. They would flip a coin to see who had to go see my teachers. And they'd always be like, oh, your brother is such a wonderful student. We just don't understand. Why the big difference? Get over yourself, right? What am I, an educator? How do I know? You know, why are you asking me? Right? Maybe I'm not even their kid. How in the hell do I know? I might have got swapped on the way in. Who in the hell knows? Yeah, you knew we were one and the same. Lee Hale knows where I went to high school. Very tough, very rigorous program. At least it was back then. I don't know now. You know, Lisa, I just, you know, my sense of humor got me out of a lot of tough spots. Roger Speciales. I like a Tecate Light is nice. Which I think I probably was. This guy's in his air-conditioned parking vehicle, so he doesn't want to get out of his thing to see if you paid your bill or not. Paid for your parking. It was good times. Hey, Carrie. Yeah, I think my parents always kind of looked at me with like a weird eye, like they were always thinking about, like, you could always tell they were, you know, like, are they thinking about when I was born or what could have happened, you know, what were you saying? Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of things I remember. I remember watching John F. Kennedy's funeral on a black and white TV. I remember watching Neil Armstrong land on the moon in a tiny Panasonic black and white. It's funny the things you remember. And that's the way it is. December 4th, 1969. I'm Walter Cronkite in New York. Good night. This has been CBS Evening News with Walter Cronkite. And that's the way it is. I remember the night Nixon resigned. Yeah, it's amazing what I remember. I always had an extraordinary memory for stuff. It's a curse. It's a curse and a blessing. It's not bad. It's 88 degrees. It's not terrible sitting here. It's comfortable. I'm just avoiding going back to the Rancho for a little longer. Let that sun go down a bit. I can't wait till these allergies are finally done for the season. Oof. So we've had very good discussions tonight. A lot of laughs too. I remember 72. We be out of oil by, yeah. I remember the 1968 book called The Population Bomb, where they predicted everyone would be in famine by 2000 and stuff. Yeah, how'd that work out for you? Now we have a population collapse. And those dumbbells still want to double down on that. They just, Exxon's negotiating for one of the hugest oil discoveries in Ghana that's ever been discovered. There's more oil in the ground than's ever been taken out of the ground. There's so much shit off the coast of California here, but they don't allow any drilling, so, right? They warn about a coming global ice age. That's some funny shit right there. They did get a good movie, Ice Age. And Frozen, Let It Go. Let it go. Man, the summer movie offerings look like crap this year. I think Hollywood is in panic mode. Everybody's watching they're all watching Netflix series and stuff. Row my boat at Loch Raven. Why don't you go down to Robert E. Lee Park? Oh, you can't say that word anymore. Why don't you go down to Lake Roland there? Anybody that thinks Maryland is a northern state, go down to Robert E. Lee Park at Lake Roland in Baltimore. We used to catch little sunfish. All the calamities were going to happen by the year 2000, yeah. Yeah, I woke up on January 1st, 2000 and just had myself a cup of coffee and put my underwear on and scratched my sack and sat out on the chair for a while and just enjoyed my coffee. It's just another day, right? Birds were still tweeting. Got up and got to work. Yeah, I put my underwear on backwards. I've never been one to fall for all the BS. All that alarmist crap. You know, when Heaven's Gate and all the, you know, those weirdo cult groups. How you doing, Queen? You know, the Branch Davidian sect of the Seventh-day Adventist out there. Just another day. Max was a believer in the Y2K junk. I just believed it would be another day. You got fun as a kid. Good old Lake Roland. I just got done making dinner. What are you having? The usual, Queen. I'm gonna have just noodles and some shrimp tonight. I did a big cooking last night with this soup. And to tell you the truth, the allergies still are knocking me for a loop. If you haven't checked out the well video, check that out. I think more people in the future will be interested in that, but if anybody cares to check that out, it's just give you a little glimpse of work on the Rancho. Yeah, thank you, Nori. sitting and crocheting a blanket. That's nice. You got your AC on? No, everybody that could flee Baltimore fled. Hi, Shemay. One went to the Eastern Shore, one went up north, one went Alabama, one went to New York, one went to Florida. I went to California. Yeah, I'm still a kid. Have you seen the video of me training fish to do? No, I haven't. I still like to have a good time, Lee. I don't imagine I'll ever grow up. How are you doing, Shemay? I went to Hong Kong first, and then I went to Hawaii for a little while, LA, back to, went to Ocean City, and then said, you know what, my brother-in-law was out here in, down in the Albany area down there, and, and I wanted to go to Sonoma. I wanted to pursue a degree in special education. So I knew Sonoma State was out here, California State University, Sonoma. And I did 2 years of night school there, but by that time, the medical stuff was paying so well that there was no way that I was going to be. So I left about 8 credits short. Spent a lot of time in classroom practicums and things. I liked it. I liked working with the staff. I enjoyed being a teacher. I'd applied for the FBI Academy. I got admitted, but I was already overseas in Hong Kong. I applied for the CIA, got through several levels of testing on there, and then fell out of that. They wanted to put me in special ed. Well, I was more in the moderate to severe. I didn't want to have to sort out behavioral problems from people that were profoundly disabled. Hey, Catherine. I'd seen that. Special education had just become a dumping ground for discipline problems, and I didn't like that. I didn't, write all these IEPs and all this crap to deal with behavioral problems. That breeze should be coming up the bay there, Catherine. We got it's 88 degrees here, so I disagreed with and they did not like it. Well, the level of dissent goes down as you rise up in education till you get to advanced degrees. And then, you're supposed to have arguments. You're supposed to propound your own theories. It's the only way we advance new knowledge. Yeah, I've done some offset. Yeah, thanks, Lisa. Yeah, I don't know how awesome they've been, but it's definitely been an interesting life. I haven't been denied a lot of action in my life, that's for sure. The 30th, I don't know, is tomorrow the 30th? That'll be the 13th anniversary of being on the Rancho. Tomorrow. 13 years. You didn't question. Yeah, you never questioned my parents. People in the medical field actually thought hand washing was pointless. I'm not surprised, Queen. There's people that think surgical masks are pointless. Well, I'll just ask my surgeons to don't wear masks anymore then. Everybody just breathe in what you want. Everybody just breathe on your open guts right there. Surgeons these days wear 2 masks and face shields. It's like dentists. They used to have all that slobber coming up and hitting them and stuff. Now they wear face shields. Yeah, they're ridiculous. I mean, you know, it's called the standards of personal protection and safety. Right? It's all the protocol of being a surgeon. It's all, you spend a couple years just learning how to dress the part. It's like learning to be an electrician. You spend the first year learning how to not get killed. Eastern Votech, that's cool. Are we doing Jimmy, we're just taking it easy tonight. The big chooch comes on Friday, vertical. Should always wear a mask regardless. Yeah, oh, well, they always did. I never, you know, I worked right through the pandemic. And then when the pandemic was winding down in April of 2022, I said, I've worked 50 years, that's enough. And I waited till 65, and that was it. Well, trust and believe, Queen. A lot of people love the vertical mode when it happens. But I haven't had a vertical stream in weeks, so nobody can say that anybody's being cheated. So, plus, it's going to be a lot more content-oriented coming up. The school graduates are more capable than I am. They probably on Friday, Lee, will take another crack back at that. It should be more putrid now because of the heat. No, Friday, I think we also have the cemetery, I think. There's going to be metal detecting and vintage audio coming up. There's going to be working in the garden, getting the tomato plants staked up. I've got a Marantz quadraphonic unit that's been sitting on the bench for 1 year. I hope so, Queen. I love having you in the chats. Most people have gotten used to it by now. I don't hear much in the way of complaints because people are usually compelled by what I'm doing. They get engrossed in it. They don't worry about it. Yeah, definitely beers. Beers every night. I had 1 beer last night. Probably be a 2 beer night tonight. I'll drink his coffee and water. Yeah, I'm just glad to have Alan Gentry here when he's here. He adds a lot to the chat streams. Trick is try to watch it on your phone and then it becomes more immersive, it becomes more engrossing. Friday's going to be busy. We got a lot of ground to cover. We got shopping. We got exploring. Yeah, thank you, Lisa. Yeah, I know when I'm showing you the world, but I don't do any vertical vids except short. So when I'm really, you know, when I hit the road and go on extended road trips, everything is horizontal streaming. Or horizontal videos, except the occasional, you know, if I'm doing a, you know, a weirdo city or something. Because I want to embark on a faith tour of America. I want to go around and look at some of the sites to do with faith and things like that in this, and talk to people. Get people's take on stuff in 2024 and things. I think it'd be a nice travel series. Set up some advanced stuff, because the book is, I would say my book is about a month from being totally finished.
No, it's not that.
All right, there you go.
Thank you, dear.
I have to do spend a day or two in the library with getting my sources all written down. Thank you. Had to go through a tunnel. Homeless people, fires in metal barrels. Yeah, I'll pick up everybody I can, Tom. All right. And I'm not going in to be lectured to by a Scientologist, but if there's a Scientologist that wants to sit down and talk about it, yeah, stay tuned, Queen. It's coming, honey. It's coming. I'm very comfortable tonight. I finished it. Hey, Jen. How you doing, sweetie? Hey, Nikki. Yeah, I'm just saying, I'll talk to somebody, but I'm not going to sit there and go through a lecture. If, you know, if somebody wants to have a dialogue with me, that's perfectly fine. I'm here to get information and things like that. Yeah, thank you, Daniel. You're going to be happy about what's coming up then. Especially as we turn, you know, I want to get a dog this year. Waffle, French toast, or pancake. I guess I'm going to say waffle these days. I don't know, suddenly in my life I just have no appetite for pancakes anymore. I don't have much of an appetite for waffles, or French toast is nice. You know, I've cut over my breakfast to like a meat sandwich, or you know, with homemade bread, or some soup. I don't really have much of a sweet tooth. Yeah, bacon. I'll get that big meat out with some of the bread and have that for breakfast. It's nice. You know, pick up, once I hit the road, I tend to pick up people on the way. Hey, if you meet me, I'll show you this and do that. Yeah, bean burrito. I think I would probably like a bean burrito. Just something happened. I guess I got tired. Like the last time I had, I kind of like eggs scrambled. The last time I went with Mr. Z, we went to the pancake house, and I went with his parents. We had a good time, and his sister. And it's always a good time hanging with them. And I ordered blueberry pancakes, and it was another deal where they brought out this turkey-sized platter with like these 4 jumbo blueberry pancakes, and it's like they'd been sitting in the back for a long time, and they were like real thick, And I said to myself, you know what, that's it. That's it. Because when I go down to the Blue Skillet on Charleston in the morning to have my breakfast over there, which is a great value, I get a ham steak and I get a slice of blueberry pie. That's it. And that's a good deal. Or if I go to the El Cortez, the 55 plus menu, right, you can get steak and eggs for like 14 bucks or something. So I've never been into crepes too much or any of that stuff. So I just thought, well, the days of the good pancake are over. I said, that's it. Done. You know, everybody wants to bring out these monster-sized pancakes, and if they have buckwheat pancakes, I'll do buckwheat, but otherwise, I'm done with pancakes. Yeah, I love blueberry pie. This one guy, Juan, he cuts me this little tiny piece. I'm like, come on, dude. So now I go to the Mexican waitress, the female one, and she's like, yeah. It's like, oh, I always love to see you come in. Well, let's prove it. let's slice that pie up, right? Oh, don't you worry, honey. Don't you worry. I give me numero telefono. You call me. I'm letting the munchies so bad. That was a good find. The Blue Skillet is amazing. Yeah, but I got to have them made the right way, Alan. I don't like pancakes that are an inch thick. No way, no how. So I guess that's a roundabout way of saying that I'm tired of the quantity over quality game. That was, just, I'm done with that. I don't need a turkey platter full of, who can eat that in the morning and go out in the heat? Come on. I don't want to have a lead weight in my belly. Plus those carbs really turn into a heat generator. Yeah, tomorrow, Ronnie, it's the 13th anniversary of being on the Rancho. This day, tomorrow in 2011, the day I took the keys. Little did I know what I was getting into. People would pull up and just cry when they saw it. It's just, man, what a a-hole. You took this on? It's like a spook house. Crispy pancake cracker. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's good. I would do that, Cindy. I would do that. I'm much more adventurous about breakfast. I think a bean burrito sounds really good for breakfast. Like that pancakes. I just don't, I can make them from scratch. Tara loves my pancakes. I'll make them with peaches and coconut and they're delicious, but only if somebody's coming up. You know, I don't, isn't that weird? Just my taste for them just collapsed. It just disintegrated. I think the Las Vegas experience just knocked me out. They weren't fresh anymore. They were, you know, they make a million of them and just pull them out from under the heat lamp, and no. Oh my goodness. I'm going to try to put up the video, Brad, what the Rancho looked like when I first got there. Oh yeah. Yeah. It was pretty bad. We're also just gone out in the heat of Las Vegas. You know, by 9 o'clock in the morning, some days it's already up to 100 degrees, right? And then you're gonna leave a restaurant with a belly full of pancakes and eggs and meats and coffee, and you're just gonna die. You're just gonna feel sluggish, and I don't like to feel sluggish after breakfast. Is that Lisa V? How you doing, honey? How you doing, Lisa V? Haven't seen you in a long time, honey. I hope that you're doing well in the greater Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania area. Yeah, I just can't stand it, Alan, because the restaurants figure we have so many people coming in here. If we have to cook every order as it comes in, no. We make a ton of pancakes, blueberry, and just put them on the plate. No, I know when you do that. I know what a real pancake should look like on the plate. Oh, whatever. Oh, real good for you, Lisa. I'm proud of you. That's great. Yeah, we miss you a lot, honey. We always miss your bubbly good nature. So I like to have a bowl of soup for breakfast. That's great. It has a little bit of carbs in it. It's got the meat and it's got the broth. But I just, you know, I'm not doing that in Vegas anymore, right? If you order pancakes in Las Vegas now, that's what you're getting. Cachava, that's cool. That's what you're getting. You're getting heat lamp things. I'm not doing it anymore. Like I said, you go into the Blue Skillet on Charleston. It takes about 5 or 8 minutes to get there from the church. You go over there. You got nobody, you know, it's not crowded. You get the ham steak and you get the piece of blueberry pie, and you leave there, you're feeling great. I mean, you don't feel all weighed down. I can't stand feeling weighed down. Hey, Nino, especially when I have to work in the tremendous heat, because I can't just go back and then they're, you know, everybody's sitting outside eating breakfast, and what am I just supposed to drink coffee while they're humping tables around? So I got to be in there doing all that. So, right. In other words, I can't sit with my thumb up my bum. Oh, what was this? Hey, Mystery. Last dinner was cool. Yeah, I had a problem with that diner. I never thought I would. And I'm trying to remember what the hell it was. And I had to talk to the guy, and then he was talking to the waitress about me, and then I went up to him afterward. I said, look, man, I'm just trying to help you out here. Yeah, Towson Diner was good. But Lee, you don't remember Bainesville Electronics out there, or Geno's back in the day. What was it that he put down? What happened that night at the diner? Oh, the coleslaw. Sometimes I don't like French, you know, sometimes in Vegas I like to eat a little light, especially if I'm going to go out and do chooch. Yeah, Meteor Man. Especially if I'm going to go outside and do a chooch. So I got coleslaw. And it was wilted. It was nasty. And, you know, I told the waitress, I said, you know, you can't, yeah, Belloc Diner, you can't serve people this. And she didn't say anything. It's like she almost got offended. And I said, you know, give me some fresh. So they brought me out a fresh one. And then she went over and she started talking to the night manager or something. And that kind of offended me because I know they were talking about, you know, well, you wouldn't believe what he said or what it is. So on my way out, I said, look, man, she gets her regular tip. But I want to tell you, I told her that because, you know, you should care about what you're putting out here. And that coleslaw was terrible. And they got, I don't know, yeah, you're right, blah, 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 blah. So, I don't know. I'll put it this way, Las Vegas has been more apt to be a disappointment than a good thing. So I end up just going to like where I know it's going to be great at Jerry's. I know Mr. Z and I can buy some food. We can have a great cookout, shrimp and a few drinks and a great time. And I know I can go to the Magnolia and have a great meal. So other than that, yeah, I was giving positive feedback on that, Lisa. I wasn't being, you know, I didn't yell at her. I said, look, I can't eat this. Number one, it's room temperature. It hasn't even come out of the refrigerator or something. And I'm just like, I can't eat this. And she looked at it. I said, well, look at it. She's like, I don't know, you know, I don't eat it. Well, I said, look at it. How you doing, Ron? You know, take a look at it. We'll just get you another one or whatever. Everything is slipping these days, guys. Everything is slipping. Don't fool yourself. All right. Right. They have the same. They have to put up. They have to buy the food. They're paying more for it. They got to pay their staff more. So the pressure's on. And guess who's going to get the shitty end of the stick? So I guess the lesson I learned is eat where the locals eat, because they build their trade on the local people. And, you know, I mean, they know if they do a crappy job, they'll definitely be out of business. Well, it's just like the squeeze is on, right, Brad? Somebody's got to pay the fare. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to take the hit in that situation. The restaurant's paying more for the food. They're paying more for the people that work there, right? And then you come in. Who's going to get the lousy end of the stick? Yeah, the locals. That's right, Lisa B. Or I'll just try totally new places, right? I mean, that's the way to do it. So my circle has gotten smaller and smaller, and I got work to do there, and I'm not screwing around. That's not my problem, Carrie Class. That's between the restaurant and the employees. These union people make plenty good money down there, the culinary workers union in Vegas. Nobody's moving a plate for less than, a nice rate. The public benefits aren't much in Vegas. They're unions. They'll give you a good amount for 13 weeks or something, and then you're on your own. If it's a free market system, if you don't like the wage, don't work there. Pardon me. I made twin chocolate bars yesterday. They're good. How do you make them, Nino? I don't have much of a sweet tooth. Thumbs down on the birds. And they love that tree. Got my cafe meal today. What did you get, doctor? What did you get for your cafe meal today? Country breakfast, which was eggs, meat, toast, and hash browns. Oh, it feels good. That breeze is coming in. Oh, we just went down 2 degrees. That's what I would call a country breakfast, is eggs, meat, toast, and hash browns. Yeah, Denver's a good base of operations. You got Colorado Springs, you got all the ski resorts. Good night, Lisa. There's not a damn thing east of there, though. Oh, I was saying, I hate Canada geese. Chicken fried. I've never gotten into chicken fried steak. I don't like a lot of fried foods. We're busy. Thankfully, I'm off tomorrow. That's good. Yeah, I went rubber rafting on the Yakagani River. I didn't go tubing on the Gunpowder. I used to go canoeing on the west branch of the Potomac River in West Virginia. running me Canada geese. I call them a pain in the ass. I wonder what they taste like though. They're so bossy. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Gordon. In your dreams. Like greasy chicken. Yeah, I don't do a lot of fried food. It's possible. I don't think so, Gordon. I don't think anybody's ever swam from England to the United States. Yeah, it's beautiful when you get down into Parkersburg and Parksburg and Romney, West Virginia, and Harper's Ferry. That's a beautiful area there. I like Cumberland too. Yeah, I'm not responsible for what jobs people get. At $12 total, that's a good deal. It's a free market. Take it or leave it. Yeah, they're not going to go hungry. They'll always get something to eat. There's always the next restaurant to go to. There's always the one, 2 doors down. There's no lack of options. Canada goose. I don't know, it's once a year. How often do you go to the dentist? It's never good news, so. But I brush and floss every day. So I don't have nasty teeth. Tofu teeth. $15 years. I started volunteering at a food. Oh, that's good for you, Jen. Good for you. You're gonna feel great. Evergreen, Suez. Twix. I just never really developed a sweet tooth. We know the bird you're talking about, Mystery. Yeah. It's always nice to volunteer. Yeah, the wild rice, that's good. Yeah, never had pheasant before. Blueberry pie. Yeah, I just don't, never really got into the sweets thing. That's why I hesitate making desserts. Lloyd's of London, I guess. It'll be party suing, counter suing, it'll be years. So the federal government will take the first hit. Then they'll worry about recovering. Yeah, I figure if it makes a Charles Dickens novel, the goose has got to be good eating. Yeah, just not too much even then, Lisa. And the goose is on the table. Ooh, it's not Christmas without Grandma. Ah. Gross. The sour water. They should never give a license to a man who talks to elves and drives a sled. Ooh. Wealthy people did not get wealthy by being greedier. We can't have envy of the rich. Maybe requested. Yeah, do you want to do a music night? Maybe we'll do that Saturday night. Maybe we'll bake maybe a cherry pie on Saturday night. Because after the big walk on Friday, I'm not going to be up for doing much on Saturday. Yeah, the hall monitor. Trinidad, deep in grower country. Carrot Class, you just troll the chat. I didn't call in. Yeah, we'll do it all. Oh, it feels nice now. 84, going down. Mongolian beef stew. I don't do too much with bacon. It's good to wrap in chicken and like a cordon bleu. Oh, it's my favorite time of the day right now. Breeze is coming in. Temperature's dropping. Beautiful sunshine. Nice chat. Nino, you're so cute. I'm all twixed out. Yeah, all your troll about cleaning bus toilets. Baltimore Federal Savings and Loans. Where Charles Street and Fayette meet, you'll get high dividend. Do you have ties to go with the shirt? I don't know. I know it looks good. Hey June, how are you? I know I look sharp. The louder the shirt, the better I like it. I just want to find somebody serving goose one time just to taste it. Ooh, now the goose is on the table. Dragon Ball Z. Don't be envious of my good looks, Joe Gordon. The Apollo Sky Eye. What kind of bird is that? Sometimes we get these weird birds of prey in here. These massive hawks. Ramsay, you're wasting your fingers. Do ding. It's almost time for Christmas shopping. Here you go, Lee. Give me a drumstick. Yeah, it's happy 30th. Yeah, tomorrow's the day. 13 years on the Rancho. What a mess that place was. Hey, Scott. Yeah, over Ramsay's way, they would feed the chickens fish meal. Guess what the chicken tasted like? Freaking disgusting. Let me see about putting his coat back on here. Putting the protective case back on. Phone. Never so gross. The chicken tastes like fish. Who in the hell wants to eat that? Fish meal. Gross. Probably. If you are what you eat, nothing wrong with that. Yes, it's terrible. This fish flavored chicken made it disgusting. So gross. I'm not kidding. You know, you get spoiled in America by the chicken, you know. Now the goose is on the table, ooh, and the pudding will do. Fishy eggs, yum yum. Are we gone? Are we in a parade? What are we doing? We don't know. We're sleeping. Ooh, gross. Wow. A hot dog with a piece of fish inside. I would have burnt the place down. I mean, you gotta be crapping me. "82 degrees and delightful." Girls around in this neighborhood that look like they could beat your ass with one hand behind their back. the goose is on the table. In the silver candles. Ooh, it's not Christmas with that grandma. Ooh, do 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 do. Dr. Elmo Shropshire, Windsor, California. I say the Rancho is looking pretty doggone good. But it'll be steady work and steady videos. Yeah, mystery like an institution here. Now the goose is on the table. Ooh, ooh, boo, 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 boo. They should never give a license to a man who plays with elves and drives a sled and talks to elves. Ooh, ooh. Rancho's doing it up. We got our hydrangeas coming on. You never know what kind of color we got red this year. I don't know. The Rancho's looking sharp. Looking sharp. We gotta do some cutting. Tomorrow, it's hard to believe, 13 years. 13 years. Yesterday, the Rancho seemed so far away, like a horror movie that wouldn't go away. Oh, I believe it had a tree of doom. Doo-doo-doo. There were 3 lights in the whole house. 50 amps of service was enough. Oh, I believe I sat and cried. Why, oh, why did I piss my money away? Doo-doo-doo. I couldn't say woo. That's it, Lisa V. Memories, memories, memories. Pressed between the pages of our lives. What a beautiful night. We don't have any peanuts, so let's get a couple crackers. Give me a minute or two just to get organized inside. few crackers tonight. They're like fake Triscuit crackers. Ooh, silver bells, silver bells. Ooh, it's Christmas time in the city. Ring-a-ling, hear them ring. Ooh, soon it will be Christmas Day. Oh. Ooh. Children roughing with glee. Say we're singing in China. What the hell is glee? Roughing with glee. What the? Let me get this. Roughing with glee. All right, I'm down with it. Let's do it up. Do 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 do. Oh, I like to have everything on autopilot here. It's so nice. We got a weather alert. What does this say? Strong gusty winds in 1 hour. Why do they say that every night? North Korea issues ominous warning. Ooh. Ominous warning. They're so bad. It's like the punky little kid in your neighborhood. When he's riding by in his mom's car, he's all badass, right? Just getting this on here. I was hungry. Yep, all that, Naomi. Don't make me laugh, Ramsay. I'm surprised you didn't put quotations around cooking. Damn, come on. There we go. Cheers, everybody. Happy hump day. Yeah, we got a real treat here. Lisa B's in here tonight. Our future college professor. Hey, Bird.
Hey, Rosie.
Man, you can really sleep, I'll tell you. I don't know how you do it, brother.
What's up, silly? I know something's wrong with me.
I'll believe something's wrong with you when you don't buy beer. Then I'll believe it.
You know, I look it up on the internet. They say, well, it could be your medication, or no, I don't take any pharmaceuticals. You have to fucking long COVID.
Yeah, there it is. Let the cooking commence. That's it. Is Gordon cook on it on it?
I have no idea.
I don't know if Gordon Ramsay has his own cooking channel or not. I don't know.
I am hoping I can drink this beer today. My stomach is still fucked up. Oh, it's Baby Spider. What's up, Baby Spider?
I don't need to cook anymore. I'm loaded.
What's up, Baby Spider?
I think the best part about Ramsay was when he lost one of his Michelin stars, he like fired everybody in the restaurant. It's because of your bloody efforts that I lost me star here. And somebody's got to pay. That was funny. That's Ramsay being Ramsay. Ah, what a beautiful night. Let's stroll the Rancho a little bit. Hey, Italian Stallion, how you doing? It's been a while. Brother, how are you? Oh, feel that breeze. Ah, so nice. Nice, Naomi. This tomato plant's the best because it grew on the garbage pile of compost over here. Ah. There's Tiger. 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 And there's a very pregnant Rosie. Tiger. Found the Friendly's ice cream. Watch out for that snake. Holy crap. Whoa. Do 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 silver bells. Yeah, we got to get all this staked up. I'm waiting for the hog wire to come. Oh boy. Had a lot of orange drop this year. It's a good time of night to go out and inspect. Oh, I can't figure it out. I just get rid of this tree. Never producing anything. I even shocked it. Oh, we got a few there. Well, we got some. I guess we do have some. It's Palestine orange. Let's get rid of it. Ramsay, you're real good at getting rid of other people's stuff, aren't you, brother? See how our peaches are doing. I picked all the cherries. Pump's doing good. Yeah, we got lemons galore. Anytime I eat a cracker, I get the dust. Nothing in the way. Got a couple plums there. Yeah, I got some cherries. Yeah, just compote. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Gonna have some pears. Thank you, Lisa. Appreciate it. We got some fence work to do. This baby's like totally falling. I don't understand this. These fences just take a beating because of the sun here. There's our one almond. Can't believe we got this cut in August, and look at this thing. I gotta get rid of this thing. Hate that tree. Get rid of it. Yeah, this one's gonna be gone. Man, if one of these pine cones hits you, it's like it's knock you out. That's a big tree to come down. This thing became a jungle. Yeah, Tio. We wondered if he was going to kill himself or not. I think that's a Colton pine, which is kind of an unusual variety. It's always very spindly, and it has huge pine cones that knock people out when they fall. They call it the Widowmaker. They were doing some roofing over here. Must have had some leaks. It's our apple tree. I'm looking at it, looks a little healthier from this side. That pine tree doesn't look bad. Oh, this apple tree is so old. This is one thing I want to be gone, this goofy fig trees. I hate these figs. They taste so musty and dirty. I can't believe it. I don't know whether this fence is falling over my way now or what. This whole operation is real shitty, man. It's just barely hanging on. These people pay like $2,800 a month or something. Yeah, I don't like black turkey variety figs. Brown turkey variety's terrible. There's always something to do on a rancher. That tree doesn't look bad from here. I guess just our good fortune, we got the ugly side at the house where everybody can see it. Hey, Randy. I remember when I first moved here 13 years ago, and I was having the place cleared out. The guys, you want I should get rid of this rose bush? I'm like, dude, that's the only pretty thing on the whole place. I said, are you kidding me? That's all I got. Everything else is ugly AF around here. He thought that was the funniest thing he ever heard. There's my little cactus. I love my cactus. They struggle in there. Get rid of it. I always like my little cactus, except when I bang into it. Here's the cemetery where Fanny Kaplan and Trotsky are buried. I don't know what kind of dead thing that is. I don't even want to look at that. This bottle brush has got to be cut back. It's a lot to take care of, especially being right in the center of the city. Look at how much that tree grew, and it probably grew 6 feet in the spring. Have to really be aggressive with pruning to keep things small size. Waiting for the water. Yeah, it is a nice place. It's right in the center of the city.
Let's capture it. I think you got spider web on your face. Gotta eat it. It costs money. That's what
I
costs
don't
a
know
lot.
how to adjust this one.
And here you go. You can put stuff in your life. You want you to gain weight.
Well, it says there's something wrong with the air fuel balance on that side.
Alright, let me tell you.
I don't know what it could be.
Why you run away? Did someone chase you?
I don't know what it could be. That one side just all it's crazy yellow, orange flame. Time for pit cookout. Yeah, teach your Gordon how to cook. Yeah, please tap the like button if you're coming in, guys. It's very appreciated. We're trying to get up to our 100 tonight. Thank you very much. June, I hope you had a good day. Thank you, Rosemary Lopez. It's always good to see you in here. Wonderful person on the chat. I never like or drank beer. Robbie Cherry, what's going on? We've had a good discussion tonight. We're just hanging out a bit. Chilling out, kissing the end of the allergy season goodbye. Getting ready to have a little bit of dinner. Oh, man, I gotta have my beers at night. I gotta have my beers. So there, shall I ask for some change? Yeah. Ramsay will be like, what's in it for me, mate?
Hey, Tommy Boone.
What's in it?
Cheers. I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, thank you. Did I ever step on a grape?
Something's wrong with my stomach, but I don't care.
People always said that that's a spirit bird. Just keep drinking, yeah. No, I don't. I've never stepped on a grape. I don't know. People said you. People said you should plant grapes here, but I don't want to deal with grapes and all that. There's some trees I'd like to get rid of. I'd like to get rid of the Santa Rosa plum tree. I have better use for that.
That was like slave to the grind. It was not like your usual drunk me. Afterward, but now
I'm
I
going
have
to partake of the drink. I always do.
I thought the guy didn't.
Lips that touch mine. Lips that touch wine shall not touch mine.
Got some food. So stretched out, bought some mushrooms, didn't even fucking work. And that's it. Taking no pot, nothing. And maybe bought some beer. And I've been eating lunch. Do you think the rest of my taxes will be coming soon?
I don't know. We're gonna have to call them up and see what's going on.
You said they were set on the 11th and the 17th. So I think we got the first round.
Yeah, we might have to get on the horn and call them.
I still have to file my Albert just I got no EBT. I slept in today. Well, I have to do it by this week, I think, because that really helps you. But your prep, Tiger, I don't know why young cats aren't really eating. Tiger is first. Then Magic used to be a pig. And the female cats can eat later. And I have to wake up at around 5 in the morning. That's the only way my crows will cook, because they come around 7 in the morning, 6, 7 in the morning. If I feed them later than 7, my crows probably won't show up. So they come a little early. So I wake up early, but I go right back to bed.
All right.
Hey, Tiger.
So Lisa, what subject is your thesis in? What are you going for a doctorate?
Probably need something else, but we'll leave that. I was thinking I was going to slice it up to the corner or something. Went to the shell, bought one beer, the tall can, and that lady just looks at me. I didn't say anything.
Just curious what your advanced degree is in.
I don't think she likes people with long
Sorry,
hair.
Zombie, you can't beat Gordon Ramsay's sense of British humor. He's an entertainment unit unto himself. Haven't you ever seen him scream in a restaurant?
I did pay my storage. I
What
paid my
the
storage
fuck
for
is
next month.
this?
I paid it for 2 months.
You
Last
gotta be
month, got
bloody
taxed a little
joking.
bit, but paid it. I had to pay my phone and the rent.
Who couldn't love that, huh?
I had a couple $100
That's
left
funny.
over when I paid rent from there.
I'm just having noodles and shrimp tonight. 'Cause I did a big cook last night. I did a big soup last night.
Just goes. Didn't really buy anything.
Try not to touch my eyes because of the allergies. Gordon Ramsay, you know nothing about food, mate.
They had a Memorial Day sale. Tools were on sale. I think they're pretty good. I want this one.
Got the
impact
Jethro
driver.
bowl.
It's a certain impact driver. They want 160.
Let's do it up tonight.
I've been dreaming about it for a year.
Zombie nomad, behave yourself.
Drive it. I already have a better one. This one's just done. Pretty much have the top of the road.
Oh, that's delicious. I even threw a little bit of Old Bay into there. I don't think they sell Old Bay over at I don't think Old Bay's in grocery outlet.
Some kind of light paint.
Tell you the truth. Why are you upset? What's got you upset tonight?
Maybe that's what it is.
There always seems to be a matter of disequilibrium in your life.
I'm gonna pay my rent. I'm gonna ride my bike to
Oh.
need a tent and a sleeping bag. I need a tent and a sleeping bag. That's it.
You have a bit of disequilibrium in your system.
Yes, and I bought cigarettes. So
He's the real deal.
This pack will last me 2 days. Or if I drink, I can go.
He knows all of Gordon Ramsay's tricks.
I think we should just go on a little road trip somewhere, camp out somewhere.
Yeah, the zombie and Anton Smith.
Now it's like really bad.
Well, like a lot of people, zombie has his good days and his bad days. So hopefully you always catch on a good day. That's hot.
Yeah, they just haven't seen the work. My connect sells me these other kind of mushrooms, and you get one mushroom for $30. I'm not gonna get through that. Really? I just want some regular, these are better, but
This is the beer that won the West. Right here. That's it. And that is it. Tiger, what are you doing? Tiger, what are you doing?
They're real shrooms, it's just my body. I have to raise that time. It's supposed to be better. I get a
Bush
little
time.
body, so
Cheers, Brad.
I like it at least when I close my eyes.
Sometimes in life you get a win-win. You're drinking Michelob Ultra and then you discover Busch Light. And it's like, I'm going to save $5 a 12-pack. Thank you. Talk about a win-win. Tiger.
They're those fat nuts, so they're different than these others.
Tiger.
I want some of those peanut drinkers that are real.
Tiger. Cheers, Brad.
One day I was stressed out because I couldn't get in the market, so I got drinks that we did feel today. It's mushroom, we didn't feel anything. Stress box the next day.
Tiger, I let it cool down a little bit first,
And,
right?
a really good amount of mushrooms. Like 1, 2, 3 mushrooms, barely salt anything. Oh, Mama Cow.
Well, we got one songbird here. That's a rarity. That's a rarity.
That's, yeah, Andre, yeah, we would like to eat some real family. Like you did discount. Hooked up.
I wonder what kind of bird that is.
Help me. So, I have a head
Sounds like an owl.
thinking about doing other shit.
Hoot, 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 hoot. Of course, I might not be good at nature identification. The only wildlife we saw in Baltimore was at the
You eat them one day,
Baltimore Zoo.
and then the second day and the third day, you have to eat a lot more. You can't eat them for a whole week. Maybe a week, it depends what kind they are. Because when I was on the hill, these hippies made this chocolate. The guy bred his own mushrooms, so I could buy it, couple bites every day. That shit lasted for months. I'm about ready to go find some hippies in the city. Shit. What's going on? So after the first day, we kind of...
Well, the bird's really singing up a storm.
I just can't afford it.
What kind of noise and noise and oyster? Pearl Bailey? I don't know.
Why? Because they stopped working. You need like someone who knows how to...
Gordon Ramsay has 7 Michelin stars.
Hook you up.
7. You have to
Sunday,
respect the
I put it on-
craft.
I didn't put it on my steak.
You
So
have to
I ate
respect the
some
craft.
donuts, forgot to put it on my steak. And then I think I went to bed, and that's when it was good.
Good night, Brad.
Kind of had a little head buzz all day. But
Great to see you, Brad. Thanks for stopping in. Ooh, 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 ooh.
so if I go on a 3-day run using one day, I'm gonna get a good one. So okay.
Glenn, you think that's a mockingbird?
Strike out.
I don't know. Hey, Wolfgang, how you doing?
Probably should grow my own. A lot cheaper. And I
That
think when they come out small,
magic is always very skittish.
a bunch of small ones, they're really good. If you get one big one, sometimes those big ones, which they're like
Sir
super,
Goots.
like a quarter or something, then you get a really good one.
Say the Rancho's doing good, so psychologically I'm in a good way.
One mushroom baby doesn't
You know, last month was really bad around here. Really bad. Trick is I'm trying to keep stuff up to level.
sometimes one will work really good, and then next time another time will work really good. And sometimes it could be the stress
Trying to keep ahead of stuff. I get tired of playing catch up for years here.
Well, I do. You always see when not people like this.
Yeah, it's like a small orchard. It's going to go into production in a couple years.
Sometimes I like to cook
Fruits, nuts, and vegetables. It's like a homestead in the middle, a little farmstead in the middle of the city, or right smack in the middle.
and my other bike doesn't work. So I really don't know how I
Man,
can
that
turn
bird
this
is singing up a
on
storm.
my other bike, because I don't have my bike.
Singing up a storm.
So it still does get cold, depending if you're at the beach. And the better sleeping bag you get, they cost more money. Like I can get a good one for $100. It's a thick military one or whatever. And the kind of good need for camping or mountain climbing or road trip bicycle, those cost a little more. But
Oh, that's a good one. Are you really a zombie?
and I like to get a 10. Hopefully
God's
they
best
get it.
praisers. I don't know what I'd call them. Hey, Granny, how you doing?
I just don't know how much area.
Yeah, got a big place to take care of here. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes it's not.
Yeah, so I get a mixture.
Definitely a
I don't really
mockingbird.
eat any kind of wild mushrooms. I get
Vanilla ice cream and maple walnut ice cream.
Red ones,
I don't think I ever had maple walnut.
or with the white dots, because they grow a couple. So I eat those
You're
one
not
day.
thought
I
since
eat
you're
the
from
Christmas
Puerto
tree
Rico, you'd be
day.
all about the coconut, honey.
My body's a little weird, even though
Right?
we're kind of weak. I get San Pedro's, boiled it for
Mockingbird tasting. That thing is singing up a storm, whatever the hell it is. Good night, Nino.
Hey, Max out.
Literally saving $50. Yeah, that's good. Wolfgang, I shop at grocery outlets, so I save a
They
fortune.
haven't either. It's the multi-one, the big red ones with the white dots.
And sometimes they have some really deep specials, and I just load up on them. Oh, I love coconut ice cream.
grown.
The Aldi's plug.
Tiger.
We don't have Aldi's out here that I've ever seen in California. That doesn't mean that they're not here. It's just that I haven't seen one.
Oh, I did once upon a time. They didn't really do a whole lot.
Yeah, I just don't like peanut butter
People
ice
go,
cream.
oh, you gotta go cow tipping and all that. No, those could be poisonous. Like, be like that movie where the kid dies. He's in the forest or somewhere.
Yeah, Jenny's volunteering.
He eats mushrooms and he's not the right kind. And then
Well, they're low quality, but they fit the budget.
not worth it. And it doesn't matter
They
if
sell
it's
the
for-
meat that's a little puffed out.
they say.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know why we don't have all these out here. Safeway, Albertsons, Trader Joe's. Then you have the high end, and then you got the low end. Food for Less, which is Save Mart. Save Mart's big out of the Central Valley. Grocery outlet saves me. I can always find something good and cheap there. Good night, Lee. Lee Hill coming to you tomorrow from Crisfield, Maryland, the hard crab capital of the world.
We're waiting for the sun to show up. We'll sneak around this corner.
The grocery outlet's good. You have Safeway in Richmond, Kentucky, Joni, I mean.
Yeah, I'm not sure. You know, one day I'll get really feel pretty good, and the next day it'll be like, what is going on? I don't feel shit. You know what I mean? So that's why I have to wait, let my body, whatever. I don't know. The guy, when I was on the hill and he made these chocolates, right? I swear to God. So he bred these mushrooms. With another kind of mushroom. I would just take a bite first thing in the morning and then take another bite during lunch. That shit lasted me free and I could feel it every single day.
No Safeways here, just save a lot. No Albertsons, no Great Atlantic and Pacific Tea Company, otherwise known as A&P. No Piggly Wiggly. Man, there's got to be a Piggly Wiggly in there's got to be a Piggly Wiggly there. Oh, that was a snoot full of spice.
Watching golf. Of course, we still watch the movie. It's fucking boring as shit.
Yeah, there's got to be a Piggly Wiggly down there. Tomato soup is good. I like to make homemade tomato soup. When I harvest and cut the tomatoes for saucing, I like to make tomato soup. No Piggly Wiggly.
I did not. I chopped it up and I boiled it for about 24 hours. And then all the soup, or the whatever was left in there.
You must have some IGA grocers there. The Independent Grocers Association.
But it's kind of weird because, you know, you ride around.
I got to remember to get some more Old Spice.
You see San
So I
Pedro's
can
like just growing to
blow my head off.
and they cut it, like somebody knows, and they cut it, and they somehow, you know, whenever it grows and all this cut, like someone took a piece,
I don't know about food
I
co-ops.
think there's a certain way you have to do it.
Oh, she's pregnant. Rosie's been pregnant for months.
Well, that's the thing about psychedelics. They don't really prove themselves. But I understand LSD, ecstasy.
But these
I don't want candy.
these feral cats don't have a long life.
Those are usually at concerts or
The IGA. Tomorrow will be my 13th anniversary, Wolfgang, of settling and buying this place. This May 30th of 2011. Tomorrow will be 13 years, and there'll be a video tomorrow about when I first got here.
You know, you gab a little here, gab a little there, but nothing. You know, the first time I did LSD for 4 months. Guess what happened? I started volunteering for the church and the Red Cross and shit. It was my first daily dose thing, 4 months, volunteering.
I don't know, Walmart's not that cheap.
Right? On Thursdays.
They're not that
Come back,
cheap here,
unload it
Joe.
at the church. Friday, hand it out, and then there was a thing in my neighborhood, so I started volunteering for the Red Cross, and that's what I did on my first daily dose trip. It was a daily dose for 4 months. And I would get all this bread from the church. I would go to Echo Park, right away, and I would feed all the ducks.
I don't like to leave shells outside for the cats to get them.
Volunteering for the church. What a psycho. For some reason, LSD, I made that connection doing that stuff. It's a little weird. Around here, there's no more free lunch. You used to get a free lunch at St. Vincent's, which is a really good place. But what happened is they were losing money, and the building they had, they put it up for sale. And I guess it was costing them too much money. That they closed it down. So you haven't been able to get a free lunch for maybe over a month now.
That's going to do it for me tonight, guys. I had a really fun stream today. I was kind of half debating whether to come on or not.
Someone said a half an hour.
But it turned out to be a really fun stream tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and close it down. Yeah, I don't think Walmart is any great deal these days. Just like Amazon, you have to be very careful about Amazon too. Just because it's on Amazon doesn't mean it's cheap. So, to my moderators, thank you very much for everything that you do. And Lisa V, good to see you here, and for everybody else, have a really wonderful, wonderful night. And you know, of course, I will see you guys tomorrow. Going to have a special video tomorrow in honor of the 13th anniversary on the Rancho. So good night, all.